Welcome to Swap Path. Today, I'm going to share something truly transformative, a simple yet powerful approach that has the potential to change not just your relationships but your overall outlook on life. Imagine being able to communicate your desires clearly, confidently, and respectfully. Imagine how that could improve your interactions with others and, most importantly, how it could transform the way you view yourself. That's exactly what we're diving into today. So, if you're ready to take control of your relationships and your life, grab a cup of tea or coffee, sit back, and get ready. This is a topic that took me years to fully understand, but I'm thrilled to share it with you because embracing this one tip could create a lasting impact on your life, just like it did on mine. Let's start with a scenario that might feel all too familiar. Growing up, I received a lot of advice from well-meaning people, family, friends, teachers, on how to behave in relationships and interact with others. I was told things like, be polite, don't be too forward, don't ask for too much, always put others first. At the time, I thought this was good advice. I believed that being agreeable, accommodating, and avoiding conflict at all costs was the way to form strong relationships. For years, I followed that approach. I was polite, went with the flow, avoided making waves, and kept my desires to myself. But over time, I started to notice something. By putting others first and suppressing my own wants, I was neglecting myself. I wasn't just avoiding conflict. I was avoiding authenticity. This eventually led to frustration, dissatisfaction, and even resentment. Does this sound familiar? Have you ever felt like you were going along with whatever others wanted, without stopping to ask yourself, what do I want? Or found yourself saying yes to things you didn't really want to do, just to keep the peace? If so, you're not alone. Many of us have been conditioned to believe that being passive and agreeable is the key to harmony. But here's the truth. When you constantly suppress your own desires, you're not living authentically. You're not being true to yourself. And that takes a toll on your relationships, your self-esteem, and your happiness. Here's the moment that changed everything for me. As I got older, I started observing people who seemed genuinely happy and fulfilled in their relationships. They weren't the ones who were always agreeable or passive. Instead, they were the ones who knew what they wanted, communicated their desires clearly and confidently, balanced their needs with respect for others. These individuals weren't aggressive or pushy. They were self-assured. They knew their worth and weren't afraid to express it. That's when it hit me. Knowing what you want and expressing it is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself. It's not about being selfish or demanding. It's about having the confidence and clarity to say, this is what I want, and feeling comfortable enough to follow through. When you do this, something incredible happens. You start attracting people and opportunities that align with your true desires. You begin to live authentically. And that's when real happiness and fulfillment enter your life. When you say, I want something, it's more than a simple request. You're making a powerful statement about who you are. You're showing the world that you have confidence, clarity, and direction. You're projecting qualities that are universally attractive, whether in romantic relationships, friendships, or professional settings. But there's an important distinction to make here. Assertiveness is about expressing your desires respectfully to both yourself and others. Aggressiveness is about forcing your desires onto others without considering their feelings. The goal is to cultivate a confident and considerate assertiveness that shows you respect yourself and others. Think about it. When you're clear about what you want, you make it easier for others to understand and respect you. Communication, clear and honest communication, is the foundation of every strong relationship. By saying, I want something, you're not just asking for something. You're creating an opportunity for meaningful connection. This is how real trust and openness are built. Now let's get practical. If you're unsure how to move from being passive to being confidently assertive, here's an exercise to try. For the next week, practice using the phrase, I want, at least 5 times a day. You can use it in any context, with friends or family, at work, even with strangers like the person at the coffee shop. The goal is to get comfortable expressing your desires in everyday situations, no matter how small they may seem. For example, instead of accepting whatever coffee the barista makes, say, I want my coffee a little stronger, please. When making plans with friends, Don't just go along with whatever's suggested. Say, I want to try that new restaurant. This exercise isn't just about getting what you want in these small interactions. It's about building your confidence and expressing your desires overall. At first, this might feel uncomfortable. You might worry about how others perceive you. But let me reassure you, confidence is attractive. People respect clarity. And over time, you'll start to notice a shift, not just in how others respond to you, but in how you feel about yourself. This isn't just about small, everyday interactions. Imagine how this could transform your relationships. Think about the times you've been vague or hesitant, saying things like, "Oh, we could hang out sometime if you want. Maybe we should do something together." Now, imagine saying, "I want to take you out to dinner on Friday." That's clear, direct, and confident. It shows genuine interest and eliminates uncertainty. And that kind of clarity is incredibly attractive. When you confidently express your desires, you project self-assuredness that others naturally gravitate toward. Being confident in what you want doesn't mean disregarding the desires of others. Strong relationships are built on mutual respect. When you're clear about your own desires, you also create space for others to express theirs. This is how real communication happens, when both people feel heard and respected. I know what some of you might be thinking. What if I come across as too assertive? What if I get rejected? Let me tell you something important. Vulnerability is where true strength lies. Expressing your desires shows the world, and yourself, that you believe in your worth. Yes, rejection is always a possibility, but it's also a stepping stone to finding the right connections. So here's my challenge for you this week. Start practicing the I want exercise. Pay attention to how it changes your interactions and how it makes you feel. You might be surprised by how much easier it becomes to express your desires, and how positively others respond to you. This is just the beginning of a journey toward greater confidence, authenticity, and fulfillment. If you found this tip helpful, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and write, "I want to show your commitment to practicing this tip." And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends. We all deserve a little push to live the lives we truly want, don't we?